Welcome back to another episode of Void City Reviews. That was enthusiastic for some reason. My name is Dan.
I'm Toast.
And today we are looking at some more McFarlane Toys figures that I wasn't going to get, but then I found them on clearance. So as you can see, they have been gotten.
You said $20 is what you told me?
They were $20.29. So $20.29 for some reason. Now, and that's down from like 70. I think he was at first.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Which is kind of a steal, because I've been playing with these guys for a couple of minutes before we started filming, and both are impressive, which I feel like is what tends to happen. You buy some McFarlane toys that I don't want.
That I didn't even want.
And then I get them in my hand, and I'm like, they're pretty impressive.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, especially for that price. And the crazy thing is I saw people at other Targets, in different areas posting on Facebook. They got this for like $8.
Yeah, which is insane.
It was $7 and change. I'm like, I need to find this Target that not only has things, but they last long enough to be that clearanced out.
That's nuts.
So anyways, I was happy getting this set for $20. I mean, one figure now is going to be close to $30 with all these prices going nothing but this way.
Right.
So $20 for two, and one of them's a mega figure. I'm down for it.
I just thought of a new idea.
What happened?
So I'm looking at Bloom, and I found Bloom kind of surprising, because it's been years since, is it like close to 20 years? No, 10 years?
It hasn't been that long.
Since 10 years since I read the comic?
Since Rookie? Yeah. That was when we were at the office together, I think still.
So I remember the flower face.
Yep.
I remember the basic, but I don't remember these boots, which I'm now thinking are kind of Suicide Squad Thinker boots.
Maybe.
Right.
I thought they were cool looking winter boots.
I thought this body was more reused than it actually is.
It's, because I can tell, not really at all. I mean, it's super thin.
I thought it was kind of a...
It has actual pants with a belt.
Constantine?
No. Constantine is humongous compared to this guy, and he's completely different sculpt.
So I'm surprised by this, both in the sculpt, the details that I'd forgotten, like these boots. I find this body impressive. It's, I think, pretty well proportioned. The flower looks phenomenal.
I like the hands too.
Let's
get the big guy out of there. Yeah, the flower is cool. The hands are cool. I think the only little issue there is there's a lot of looseness between the shoulder discs and the shoulder itself, especially on his right arm on this figure. There's a lot of gaps depending on how he's posed.
So the freedom of movement on this shoulder in particular is what that figure has for both shoulders.
Yeah, we'll get to that. The shoulders on
this one's
Rookie
well done. But yeah, I like this Bloom. I don't care enough about the character, but it's an impressive figure. Like, this is, honestly, I thought he was kind of all black. So that he's got these grayish green pants.
I think that's just because he's in shadow in that picture, weirdly enough, even though it's in bright sunlight.
Even the grayish green pants I found were surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
He's pretty cool. And there's this big honking guy.
He's huge.
He's humongous. Absolutely hugeangus. So much that they had to like pose him goofy, like in a running pose, to get him to fit in the box.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. But he's gigantic and pretty cool.
Impressive sculpt.
Yep.
The only issue that I found was the looseness of the shoulders.
The shoulders themselves are kind of a weird shape. I mean, look at they're just like a shape.
It kind of works for a robot, but or a suit.
Yeah, but it is just like a weird shape. There's no real like sculpt or detail to it. It's just a circle with a round on top. But otherwise, it's pretty cool. Yeah, he's got these giant honking feet, but he needs them to stand up. And this figure is super heavy. I was telling Toast earlier, I'm kind of scared to stand this guy on my shelf because he's going to be behind everyone, obviously, because he's huge. Which means that if he ever falls down, he's going to take out a lot of people with him, and it's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. So I might have to get some kind of a double stand to hold him around the waist, too, so he doesn't go anywhere. Because I would like to have him standing behind the group of the Bat Family guys.
I was looking. One thing that you said off camera is you wished that the shoulder pods were on ball pegs.
I wish they moved a little bit. I mean, they're stiffly just on there. They don't move at all.
Well, I think, because I was looking, and I think it's just a peg that's up in there, so you could probably apply some heat to separate the two. I think you could mod it. I think
It could be modded. I mean, I've got enough neck pegs just lying around. I could probably drill a hole in there, put something in there, and make it work.
It's the back of a figure, and there's paint on a McFarlane toy.
That is surprising. That is surprising.
Yeah, I like this one too.
I think one thing that would be cool customization, if the blue and red lights on the front and then also on the back here, these are like his flashing police lights. I wish those were actual lights somehow, or at the very least like little clear plastic pieces stuck in there. I almost might just get little Lego studs and drill out the thing in there and stick something. This is something, maybe even get some actual LED, just the little LEDs themselves, and stick them in there without wiring, just so it looks nicer.
Sure.
I think that could help. One thing that sort of bothered me at first that I didn't want about this figure is he's kind of the same plastic that steel was made out of. So it has this weird swirly, it looks like the slime from Ghostbusters 2. Like there's just this weird layered, like slimy, or like the stuff that's inside of an Etch-a-Sketch screen. Like it's just this weird texture. Like look at that. It looks sort of strange. Like that looks textured. It's not. This is smooth. But that's like inside.
Marvel Legends collectors have been dealing with that for a long time.
Yeah. Like
it's generally how
weird.
they do metallic.
Yeah. But it just makes it look like ooze. Or like slime.
It just looks like the color wasn't mixed.
Yeah.
It looks like batter that's...
And it made me worried like about the structural integrity of this plastic.
Nah, it's
like,
fine.
Yeah.
It's super solid.
This might get a repaint. I don't know. I mean, he's supposed to be blue. It's fine. I like it. I like
That's
the
what
letters.
I would have done, because, of course, I made a plan if I were to buy this, what I would do with it, and it would have been a repaint into metallic blue.
Oh, yeah.
But then I didn't want to mess with the GCPD,
You'd have to
and I'm like,
reassemble the whole thing.
Never mind.
GCPD. Yeah, that's just stamped on there too. So you'd have to redo that completely freehand rather than have any sort of a stencil to go off of. One thing we didn't show yet is he does have an alternate head. So this head
How easy is that?
pops right off.
Not bad.
These guys are squishy, so you don't have to worry about getting stabbed or anything like you do in a Spawn figure.
No.
I just like to drop accessories on the floor around here. At least today we were able to find them in less than 30 minutes. He comes with this crazy looking little Jim Gordon RoboCop sort of head.
It's a great head.
On a neck type thing. And
Well,
it looks
well painted
really
and
good.
sculpted.
Yep, it looks like the alternate head that comes with the actual Jim Gordon Batman figure that would go with this, which if I were prepared would have had it here today. I'll have pictures by the time this gets posted up to go with that. But that just plugs right into there. So it's kind of interesting. There's no real articulation with this. It's just all one piece. It's kind of like that Joker head that comes in a jar. And then that just goes right in there. Clicks in place.
That looks good too.
And he's got his little head. Now, I've always questioned how anatomically Jim Gordon's body works inside of this suit. Because if you were to look at how a human would actually fit inside of here, like his arms are bending mid-biceps, which means like his elbow is bending his forearm. Like his knees would be his feet. Like what is happening?
No, his elbow is bending the bicep.
Yeah,
his elbow would be there, and
his hands would be like
yes.
in his elbow pit basically.
Right.
With like, I don't know. So it's kind of nutty how that works. I just imagine that his legs aren't even in those legs, that his bottom half is just like fetal positioned all up in there. Like that way he can just eject out of the thing. I don't know. It's like trying to make sense of how Tony Stark fits in the Iron Man suit. It just doesn't, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
No. But it looks really good.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. I've seen people have modded this as well, where they'll use this head and neck, but they'll actually drill out and take this whole neck piece out of here and then just have this hollow, and it can go over his head and actually become a helmet. And
Nice.
I'm very tempted to do that if I find that it's easy to do. You will have to drill out as you can see kind of in there. It's very hard to see right now, but you'll have to drill out where you can see that post in there. That's going to be about this low down in there. So you're going to have to drill a bit out of the top of this head, maybe to get it in there, maybe Dremel it out. But I think it would work. And then you'd have an actual helmet, and that would be really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to do that. That's my plan for this guy. And then maybe also some LED bulbs. Just drill these out and just put some clear plastic bulbs in there so they look nicer. I don't need him to light up necessarily. I don't need to get that crazy. Yeah, I'm happy this guy was on clearance, and I'm happy I ended up with him because he will look great standing behind everybody. I always liked that storyline. I know some people didn't care for any of the new 52 stuff or any of the Batman being gone and missing, Joker amnesia,
I liked Gordon as Batman more than I liked the character of Bloom. So I liked the character, and the Batmobile truck was awesome.
With a Batmobile blimp. He had a friggin' Zeppelin that flew around and dropped this guy out of the sky. Like, he literally came out of the bat signal. It was so awesome.
It was nuts. But yeah, I liked this more than that.
Yeah.
The story.
I think that was the main issue, was that they didn't give him memorable enough villains, maybe, like good enough things. Like, he was the most memorable thing, Gordon and the robot. Mm-hmm. And like, it's hard looking back without this figure even to remember, like, who else did Gordon go up against?
Well, that was it. It lasted, I think, just one story, and then...
Oh, really? It was just that one?
I think.
I could have sworn it was a little bit longer, but you might be right, because they probably would have been like, we gotta get Bruce back. Like, this.
I think by then, like, and then the kind of shitty thing is they went right back into a Joker storyline, and I'm like,
yes,
come on, dude.
That was the one thing, is Snyder is a little bit Joker obsessed. There are so many good bad guys. I would have loved to have seen him tackle a bit more of them in that kind of detail and with that much attention than to just keep on giving event comic stories to Joker over and over and over again.
Anyway.
I mean, there were still good events, but...
For the price, this is great. There was no way I was paying $70.
Oh, no, me either. I mean, maybe if it was like two guys this big, then you got something. But the fact that the other one was just little Bloom there. But he's good fodder. And now I've got two of them because I don't care to have him really at all. I don't, like I said, not memorable, not great. He's not the same as that dude doing stuff with like Aquaman and Superman, Batman right now, right? The Floron, like that's totally different thing completely. He's not involved in that whatsoever. Okay.
No, he was, I think, for a little while in one of the Suicide Squads, I want to say.
Oh, really?
So a different writer did bring him back, but
no one's found anything memorable for him yet. All right.
Not to my knowledge.
Well, maybe he can get a Starro on his face one day and then have a different thing going on.
Oh.
That'd be great. He can accessorize. He can put the flower on the back of his head, the star on the front. I don't know. Whatever. He'll be good for fodder. And I have Jim Gordon as Batman, and that makes me happy now.
I hadn't finished reading this sentence, but he got into shape and became the best Batman he could be. I'm like, oh, come on. You couldn't just give him
the best Batman he could be.
Mm-hmm. Piloting a giant mechanical suit.
I feel like he got into shape. That was one thing I loved about this story, is how much it de-aged Jim Gordon. Suddenly he's got red hair again. It's a Marine jarhead cut. He's just as built as Bruce Wayne suddenly. I'm like, aren't you supposed to be like 20, 30 years older than him? Like, cool. All right. Maybe he's got that cloning machine in his basement like Bruce had.
Once a Marine, always a Marine?
I mean, I guess if Bruce is going to be cloning himself forever, he's going to want some friends. So he's probably just every once in a while, every time Jim dies, hey, Barbara, you want your dad to be alive again? Sure. All right. Here you go. If it works for Batman, it can work for every other character of his that doesn't age. So basically anyone who's not Robin or Barbara.
There was a...
Tangents.
We're well off topic now, but
it happens.
There was a group chat that was going on where someone brought up canon, and it was Star Wars related. But my response was like, all canon is a choice, and I just, I just selectively choose not to incorporate certain things.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
I mean, especially in things like comics or Star Wars, like at this point, they don't even know what's canon anymore.
Whatever the weird metal shit that was going on with Joker was in that storyline.
Yeah, he had like metal in his spine that made him live forever or something. I'm
just
like,
selectively not include that.
Yeah, that page will just, he never said any of that. Rock
Oh.
fell on him. He got amnesia. He got better. It's fine.
And cloning himself forever. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Snyder.
Although it does explain Batman Year 100 because he was still Bruce Wayne and he was still 30. So, yeah. Rookie and Bloom.
Yeah.
Yep. Good stuff.
It's great for $20.
Yes. If you
These
can
are
find
great.
this on clearance still, and probably not anymore, but they might be.
They recently clearanced it. I saw it for 38, and I'm like,
38.
that's not
That's so
bad.
weird. And
It's
your
like-
Target's like one town away.
Well,
Like,
that was the website.
Oh,
I never
yeah,
saw. I never. It was like 50 maybe, and in
Target.
store.
Clearance practices.
Nothing makes any sense.
Distribution. I said that word strange. Yeah, pricing, clearance, when it goes on clearance, when it goes on the shelf,
None of it makes any sense.
what area gets what when. I think that's the reason why Walmart doesn't have these anymore.
Well, you have
And
to
Target,
be. You have to be coastal, and then you'll get stuff before the street date.
Yeah, but then you should still hold it. How
but
come they can still
if
buy
you're in
it
the middle
then?
of the country, you're just not going to see it ever.
Yeah, and if we do, they say street date, and they take it from you, and then they run away and throw it in the back, and then you never see it again, even at the street date. So what
Well,
gives? I don't
Somebody
want-
else probably got there before you.
Damn.
So,
Damn toy nerds.
toy collecting. It's great.
I want the toys. Leave them for
So
me.
much fun.
Yes, it's great.
God damn.
So much. Oh, well. Let us know what you guys think of these guys. Did any of you guys find them for that mythical $7 and change? Did you find them for less than that? Has anyone seen them for less than $7? I would be interested to know if they made it lower than that. Did anyone pick them up just because they were on clearance? Did anyone pick them up for $70 and is kicking themselves right now? Let us know what you guys think, and like and subscribe as always. Yeah, if anyone knows an easy way or has done this customization, leave me a comment because they'll save me some time. I kind of want to do that now. I'm sort of dead set on it. Stay tuned, I guess, on that front. Otherwise, I am Dan.
Toast.
Cool. This has been Void City Reviews. We will see you next time.